Rowdy, otherwise known as Stillheart on Headphone. We are down here at the Source AV Design in Torrance, California for the second event in what is being called the Summer Series 2016. It's basically an excuse to get a bunch of people down here and listen to good gear and have a real community, get together. And we're doing a series of topics all summer long. This event is the MrSpeakers Ether versus Ether C comparison. People will get a chance to listen to both headphones and see what they think. They're tuned a little bit differently, and some people just generally end up preferring one over the other. We went up to people after they had a chance to listen to both headphones, and we asked them, what do you think of the Ether versus the Ether C?
I like the Ethers more. I like the mid-bass, but I did think the Ether C was pretty good because they had a lot more detail, in my opinion.
I think the open back sounds better than the closed back. It's a little bit, has a bigger soundstage, sounds a little bit warmer. The closed back sounds a little clinical to me.
I think I prefer the Ether C actually. They both have their quirks, but the Ethers are probably better for like country or jazz and stuff. And then the Ether C are probably better for electronical music. They have more sub bass, in my opinion, and then more soundstage. They're a little harder to drive, but I just like them better.
Okay, well, originally, when I first heard the Ether, I thought that was the most amazing headphone made. And then I heard the Cs. The real thing when you listen to them is if you go from the Cs to the standard Ethers. It's not as noticeable going from the Ethers to the Cs. You get into the Cs are tighter, a little better bass, lower extension, more natural mid-range. So if I just had the Ethers, I'd be perfectly happy with them. They're a phenomenal headphone. But in comparison to the Cs are just that much better.
I prefer the Ether, like the more open soundstage. It was, I feel like the difference between the Ether and Ether C, they're very close in sound signature, but the probably big difference is like the Ether I would say is like more mid-bassy and the Ether C is more sub-bassy, so I just kind of prefer the more mid-bassy sound.
Honestly, more the Ether C, but Ether Open was pretty good too, just didn't really care for the highs.
I thought they were pretty close, but for an open, I'm not a big open back fan, but I did like the open back a little better than the Cs, which I was pretty shocked because I thought, because most of the open backs I tried, they sound brighter than the closed back. And I was really surprised that the open back, the Ethers sounded a lot better. Well, maybe not a lot better, but to me, a little better than the closed back, the Cs. So, yeah, I was surprised.
Thanks, man.